One morning, Thomas was woke up at the sheds as his crew arrived, ready for work. Sir Topham Hatt was there too, and he has a different job for Thomas. "Good morning, Thomas," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "I just want to let you know that the timetable we're about to change. So, instead of you taking with Annie and Clarabelle, Daisy will taking over with your passengers today. And I want you to collect coal and take it to the harbor. And then next you will collect pipes and girders from the smelter and take it to the docks. And finally, you will collect all the flour and take it to the bakery where they could sell bread and English muffins." Now, Thomas did not like a different jobs, but he didn't want to upset Sir Topham Hatt's arrangements. And he could be really useful. And so, Thomas left for a first job. Soon, Thomas arrived at the hopper, he backing up carefully with the troublesome trucks becoming naughty, and they pulled Thomas into a chute. "Bother," said Thomas. He was covered in coal, and now he was messy than ever. Poor Thomas didn't have time to wash it off. He needed to get a coal delivery on time without any delays. As he arrived at the harbor, Edward was here, and he was surprised to see Thomas, covered in coal. "Oh my, what happened to you?" gasped Edward. "It's those silly trucks pulled me right into a hopper," fumed Thomas. "By the way, is there a washdown at the harbor?" "I think it was," answered Edward, "if you want to clean off with all that coal." "Thanks, Edward," replied Thomas, and he thought he will be relived. But there's a bad news for Thomas when he arrived at the washdown. "I'm sorry, Thomas," said the workman. "There's a problem with a hose. It won't fix it until morning." "Oh, bother. I just want to make a good shower for this one," said Thomas. "Never mind about this, Thomas," replied his driver. "We still need to get other jobs done, and we will keep it dirty for now until the end of a day." Later, as he collected pipes and steel girders from the smelter and taking to the docks, when he saw a man waving and shouting, and a lorry was stuck at the level crossing. Thomas made an unfortunate jolt. His pipes from the flatbed were tumbled all over the tracks when the workman forgot secured the load. "Cinders and ashes," said Thomas. Thomas's guard went help, and soon Duck arrived with the crane to put things right again. Now all any engines needs to go slow, and be caution. Whatever there's any faulty rails or damage to the tracks, they need to be maintenance, which could be repair on the line. But sadly, Thomas's luck will soon to ran out. Thomas was pulling with his flour train, and he was trying to make up time, and he wasn't paying attention to go slow sign. But by the time when he realized his mistake, it was too late. "Bust my buffers!" cried Thomas. Luckily, no one was hurt, but all the flour went everywhere. Soon, Thomas was lifted out from the river, and Sir Topham had arrived, and he was a bit upset. Well, Thomas, I know you're trying your best with your jobs, hardest without any issues, but you should be more aware of your surroundings, and be cautious that what you're doing, especially, you need to look out for go slow signs. Yes, sir, I know now, sir. I'm truly sorry, sir, said Thomas sadly. Percy decided to comfort for his friend. Don't worry, Thomas, he said. Sometimes everything aren't so perfect for this world. And we all made mistakes as well, but no matter if it was a trial and error and how you tried, you got improved yourself to be a really useful and helping out of your friends. So please don't let yourself down and don't feel bad at yourself. Only just keep it in mind of yourself and trying to get anything better. That made Thomas even bit better for the rest of the day. He knew everything wasn't so perfect, but he was still to be a really useful